In the labyrinthine corridors of Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, life teemed with hurried travelers, each with a story to tell and a destination to reach. Yet amidst this ceaseless flow of humanity, one man stood apart, a solitary figure in a world of transience. Mehran Karimi Nasseri, or Sir Alfred as he preferred to be called, was a man without a country, destined to spend an astonishing 18 years within the confines of the airport's Terminal 1. Born in 1945 in Masjid Soliman, Iran, Mehran's early life was shaped by his father's work as a doctor for the Anglo-Iranian oil company and his Scottish mother. Despite the cultural richness of his upbringing, political turmoil and personal strife soon disrupted the stability he had known. In the 1970s, driven by his involvement in political activism against the Shah of Iran, Mehran's life took a drastic turn, leading to his exile. After being expelled from Iran, Mehran embarked on a journey through Europe seeking refuge and a place to call home. He eventually found asylum in Belgium, where he was granted refugee status. Life in Belgium, however, was far from easy. Despite his efforts to build a new life, Mehran was constantly haunted by a desire to locate his biological mother, who he believed lived in the United Kingdom. With his refugee papers in hand, Mehran boarded a flight to London in 1988, hopeful and anxious. But destiny had other plans. During a layover at Charles de Gaulle Airport, his briefcase, containing all his vital documents, was stolen. Upon arrival in London, he was immediately sent back to Paris due to his lack of proper documentation. And so began Mehran's seemingly endless layover at Charles de Gaulle Airport. Without his papers, he was trapped in a legal limbo, unable to enter France and unable to leave for another country. He made his home on a red plastic bench in Terminal 1, adapting to a life of perpetual uncertainty. At first, airport authorities were perplexed by his situation. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Mehran established a routine, becoming a fixture in the terminal. His daily life revolved around reading, writing in his diary, and studying economics, activities that provided a semblance of normalcy amid the chaos of the airport. As the months turned into years, the staff at Charles de Gaulle grew accustomed to Mehran's presence. They provided him with food, magazines, and essentials, creating a support system within the airport's confines. Travelers, intrigued by the man of the terminal, often stopped to talk, bringing gifts and words of encouragement. Despite his plight, Mehran maintained a dignified appearance. He kept his belongings neatly arranged, his clothes clean, and his hair well-groomed. His impeccable manners and calm demeanor earned him the respect of those who worked and traveled through the terminal. Mehran's predicament drew international attention, with journalists and human rights organizations taking up his cause. Lawyers worked tirelessly to navigate the complex web of international law and immigration policies that ensnared him. The bureaucratic challenges were immense. Iran refused to acknowledge him as a citizen. Belgium could not reissue his refugee papers without him being present, and France was unwilling to grant him residency without valid documents. Despite multiple offers of residency from other countries, Mehran refused them, insisting on either returning to the UK or entering France legally. His steadfast resolve puzzled his supporters, but underscored his determination to regain control over his life and destiny. Mehran's extraordinary story inspired numerous media portrayals. His tale of endurance and resilience became a symbol of the human spirit's capacity to withstand hardship. In 2004, his story loosely inspired Steven Spielberg's film The Terminal, starring Tom Hanks as Victor Navorsky, a man stuck in a New York airport. While the film took creative liberties, it brought widespread attention to Mehran's plight, prompting donations and messages of support from around the world. These contributions provided him with some financial stability, alleviating the daily struggles of his airport existence. In 2006, after 18 long years, Mehran's situation took a dramatic turn. The French authorities finally granted him residency and the right to leave the airport. But the years of isolation had taken a toll on his mental and physical health. Reluctant to leave the only home he had known for nearly 2 decades, Mehran was eventually persuaded to seek medical treatment. He was hospitalized and later moved to a shelter in Paris, where he lived under the care of a French charity. Though he was no longer residing in Terminal 1, his story remained a testament to the endurance of the human spirit against overwhelming odds. Mehran Karimi Nasseri's life in Charles de Gaulle Airport remains one of the most extraordinary tales of modern times. His story highlights the profound impact of bureaucratic systems on individuals and the resilience required to survive within them. Mehran's journey is a poignant reminder of the complexities of identity, belonging, and the human condition. Even after leaving the terminal, Mehran continued to reflect on his time there. He often spoke about the kindness of strangers and the unexpected friendships he had formed. His diary, filled with observations and musings, became a record of a life lived in extraordinary circumstances. Mehran's story has left an indelible mark on the world. It has sparked discussions about immigration, asylum policies, and the human cost of bureaucratic inefficiencies. His experience serves as a cautionary tale and a source of inspiration, illustrating the need for compassion and understanding in addressing the plight of refugees and stateless individuals. In the years following his departure from the airport, Mehran remained a figure of intrigue and empathy. His story was retold in books, documentaries, and academic studies, ensuring that his legacy would endure long after his time in the terminal ended. Mehran Karimi Nasseri's life story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It is a narrative of survival, hope, and the enduring quest for identity and belonging. Despite the unimaginable hardships he faced, Mehran's ability to adapt, endure, and maintain his dignity serves as an inspiration to all who hear his tale. His time at Charles de Gaulle Airport may have come to an end, but the lessons learned and the spirit of perseverance he embodied continue to resonate. Mehran Karimi Nasseri, the man who lived in Terminal 1 for 18 years, reminds us all of the strength and resilience inherent in the human condition.